Hi, this is Chris from Green Feathers, and today I'm going to take you through our solar Wi-Fi camera pack along with the starter pack accessories and the complete pack accessories. So I'm going to go through each of the components individually and how you set them up. Now, we've done a previous video on how you do the camera and the solar panel, so we're going to tackle we'll build it up as we go through each of the individual accessories you can buy. Now, first of all, one of the most useful things that we add into the starter pack is the 10-meter cable, the power supply, and the little connector. Now, what this helps you to do is to recharge the solar panel. So if you're lucky enough to have got birds nesting in your box, then you might find towards the middle to end of their nesting period, the battery in the camera and the battery in the solar panel may just be starting to run a little bit low, and so you just need to give it a bit of a boost. Now, there's two ways to do that. One is you can take the solar panel off your wall and bring it into the house and plug it in to recharge it using the leads provided in the initial pack in the solar panel pack. Or if you wish to do it overnight and just leave the solar panel in situ, that's what this lead here is for. So we provide the power supply, and very simply this says 2.1 connector. You can see very simply it goes straight into here, into the 2.1mm lead, and you give it a good push so that it's nice and sat. You run your lead out through the window maybe overnight, and you're going to need then to plug the 2.1 into the connector or the adapter. Now, slightly differently on the solar panel itself, and I'm just going to turn this over. On the side here we have a USB charging port, and as I said in the previous video, these rubber grommets are really tightly squeezed in, so you're going to need to just try and peel that one off. I've done that one before, and you can then just plug it in to the solar camera, to the solar panel, and you'll leave that for a good 6 to 8 hours. There are specific timings on our website on how long you should leave that to recharge, but that would just give you a boost to the solar panel to top it up halfway through the spring. See, if we get loads of sun, you probably won't need to do that, but let's be honest, this is the UK. Obviously, when you finish, please make sure you pull that lead out and make sure that rubber grommet goes on nice and tightly. Secondly, the other thing that you get as part of the starter pack is the bird box. Now, ours, as we explained in the previous video, you can fit the solar camera into any bird box. Ours are ever so slightly taller than the standard ones, and this one's ever so slightly deeper. And what that gives you the chance to do is make sure you get the best view possible. So our cameras are designed so that you can see both the hole and the base of the box at the same time. But it's not to say you can't use your own box at home. Now, on the side of ours also, because these cameras can't benefit from our LED lamps that give the additional light into the box, we've got windows either side on this bird box, and this is called our BBE. Okay, if you wanted to buy that on the website. Now, I will say we'll do another video on how you install the camera in the box in another episode. Otherwise, we'll be here all day long whilst I chat about it. So that's your starter pack. You've got both your the solar camera, solar panel. You get the additional lead for topping up your solar panel, and your box. Now, should you go for the complete pack, the additional things you get in there. Starting from the front here, we've got the plates that go in the box. Now, these plates are really cool. You can put different size plates on to attract or distract other birds from coming into the box. So if you specifically want blue tits, then you'll use the smaller plate with the smaller hole. If you specifically want to try and encourage things like house sparrows or flycatchers, then you can go for the slightly bigger plate, and that will enable other birds to come in too. Now, these are also protective plates, so should you get bigger birds, predatory birds coming along, they generally try and peck around the front of the box. These plates will just help to protect those chicks inside, stop them getting broken into. So that's the pack. We also give you a SD card, and as I said in the previous video, always install the SD card in the bottom of the camera before you turn it on. It's always the best way to do it. It means the camera can detect the SD card is there. As I say, that is, and I'm just going to unplug this briefly, but underneath this rubber grommet, there is a slot, and you just have to very gently push I'm having right trouble here. There we go. So once you've opened the package, the SD card slot is there, and you very gently press, just make sure you got it the right way around. So the way to do that is just to check as you press it in, it should just bounce against the spring at the bottom. What we sometimes find with those is you just maybe need a little screwdriver or something, or a little thing. As you push the SD card in, you'll just need to push it that last little bit so it clicks into place, and you'll know when it's in place because it will just be below the threshold of the SD card slot. The other thing you get in the complete pack is this amazing tripod. And the reason we provide you with this is because you can wrap it on a tree, you can stick it in your garden, you can put it under a bush. And this camera has 2 mounting points. And let me just try and get it to stand up. It's got 2 mounting points on the base of the camera, one on the base, one on the back. The back one's best for mounting the camera in the box, but this one here on the base of the camera, you can just screw it on the tripod, and that means you can really mount it anywhere in your garden, next to a badger set, a fox den, near one of your hedgehog houses. I've actually got mine, if you've seen any of our videos on Instagram, I've put a little stick on the top of my bird feeder and I've hung the camera off that. So I've got some great footage of the birds on my feeder. That's the tripod. And then the final thing you get is this lethal looking object, is the garden spike. Now, obviously, if you've got your house and you can mount this on the wall, the solar panel, then that's fab. But if you wanted to mount the camera in your garden or on a tree, we actually provide a fairly decent amount of distance on the cable at the solar panel, so that you can then mount your camera in a box on the tree, run the cable down, and then using the mounting spike along with the solar panel, you can then stick that under the tree, stick it into the ground, and the solar panel will then charge. This comes with a couple of little screws. So the main one comes in the base. Sorry, I've got it the wrong way around. So you fit the spike here. Where is it? Oh, there's the hole. I'm not going to do it just now because it's probably going to be a bit fiddly whilst I'm trying to video. But in the middle there, you get a bolt with an Allen key, and that fits onto the back here. And then in order to fix this part onto the back of the solar panel, it's almost the same as when you fit the wall bracket on. You've got 2 screws there that go into the back of the solar panel, and that enables you to mount it in your garden. I'll show you a picture of that in a moment, of the one that I've had in my garden for the last 6 to 8 months. Hopefully that covers everything. Of course, if you have any more questions about any of the products I've shown you today, please do check out our website, look at the specs on the packages that you're looking at, and if you've got any further questions or you get stuck, of course, you can always get in touch with our help desk team. Thanks once again for watching. Hope that's been useful. We'll see you on the next video.